Right now, areas of western Wisconsin are recovering from a more than 3,000-acre fire from this week. We'll share the latest update on the Arcadia fire. Also, the Dane County Farmers Market has returned to the Capitol Square. We'll have what you need to know if you plan to head on down there.
And definitely a change in weather conditions is expected over the next 48 hours, from warm temperatures today to snow possibly Sunday night. I'll show you when to expect the snow and actually how much we might receive.
Good morning, thanks for joining us on Weekend Mornings. I'm Kyle Pazorski, joined by Greg Barnhart, and let's get right into weather, Greg. Gonna be a pretty decent day all around.
For most locations, yeah, it's gonna be nice. I mean, we should hit another 80 potentially for Madison. That'd be the third day in a row, or fourth day in a row, excuse me. So other than that, but we still got big changes. We have an alert day now because of snow. Yes, snow in April. That's coming Sunday night into Monday morning. 1 to 6 inches potentially. It could be up to 8 in certain areas, and I'll show that in a little bit. But late Sunday afternoon through Monday night. There's your winter storm watches right now for north of the area, basically Vernon County, all the way up to Eau Claire. That is for the time frame I just mentioned. Up there, 4 to 8 potentially snow could be falling on mainly glassy surfaces. We'll see how much falls on the road. That's a probability of greater than 4 inches. And right now, once again, it is further to the north, but still that could change. Madison still has a decent probability of seeing some areas around the area could see 4 inches. Right now, the first line of showers with this system is still well to the west. It hasn't pushed off to the east yet. That'll be the first round coming closer to Winona and then La Crosse and Eau Claire and eventually western, southwestern areas here in a few hours. Won't be anything big or severe. Severe weather should be well to the south, so we're not going to be expecting any of that. So timing out a few showers. We'll have a break from La Crosse, and then more steadier rain comes tonight. And notice the winds turn right back around from the northwest. That's just a sign of things to come. For Madison, generally good conditions all the way through the afternoon. Potentially reaching 80 once again. South winds picking up. Thunderstorms coming in this afternoon, more likely probably this evening and overnight. And what's up, we'll plan out. We got big changes, thunderstorms today, but then I'll time out that snow and cold coming. We also got the Mississippi River rising too with all the snow melts. There's a lot to explain here in a little bit.
Well, thank you, Greg. Looking forward to it. Over the past 4 days, the Arcadia fire north of Fort McCoy on the Monroe-Jackson County line has burned more than 3,100 acres. Wildland firefighters have been fighting this fire for the last 4 days, and some nearby people were forced from their homes as it damaged 3 structures and also destroyed a shed. After 4 days of firefighting, they tell us they're confident the situation is now under control.
So what that means for operations is we can scale down the efforts. We can let some of the personnel off the line and basically downsize the effort, since we've done the hard work and now it's going to be up to the local teams to kind of maintain the line, make sure to patrol it and make sure that the fire stays within the boundaries.
A much smaller 4-acre fire was also burning Friday south of Fort McCoy, but the DNR says that one has since been extinguished. And you won't hear many complaints about these temperatures from local farmers. The warmer, drier weather is helping them plant their crops weeks earlier than normal, and that has a big impact on their bottom line.
As we've shown here in Wisconsin, planting early with soybeans especially can be really profitable. It really doesn't take any extra inputs to push our yield up by several bushels per acre. And when you're talking, you know, $10 to $14 a bushel, that's a huge amount of extra profit on every acre.
Usually crops like soy go in the ground somewhere around April 26th, but this year it could be as early as today or maybe even tomorrow for southern Wisconsin. There is some risk, however, of a late freeze, so experts recommend not planting all your acres just yet. Now to Rock County, where a Beloit man is searching for security after experiencing a series of transgender hate crimes in his apartment complex. McKenna Alexander spoke with Ezra Johnson, who feels Beloit police are not doing enough to protect him.
I try not to spend too much time here, which sucks because I spend most of my income to have my own place and have my own serenity. It's supposed to be my safe haven, and it feels more like a prison cell because most of the time I have the windows closed.
Full-time college student Ezra Johnson says over the past few weeks, he's grown increasingly concerned for his safety after receiving multiple threats in varying forms, one of those being 2 letters left at the entrance of his apartment complex.
It just says that I have less than 7, I'm assuming days, to vacate this world, or I have a bullet with your name on it.
Along with these handwritten notes, Johnson has also come home to the word die spray painted on his patio wall, as well as find flyers outing him as transgender left on cars near his complex. After a long struggle to love himself, Johnson says these attacks have put a major strain on his mental health.
How much can I really take before my mental health literally sends me spiraling back down? And I don't want to get to that dark place. I don't want my family to get the call saying that, I'm sorry, but your son has took his own life.
While Johnson has a strong support system at school, he's still missing a sense of security from law enforcement, despite filing police reports after these incidents.
Every time I would report those, they would just pretty much brush it off like it was nothing, or like it was like kind of like a joke to him.
While Johnson isn't sure who is behind these messages, he is sure of one thing: he's not going anywhere.
I'm not ready to give up the fight, and I'm not going anywhere. So, and it's like I keep telling them that. I'm like, no matter how hard it is, I'll fight till my last breath.
In Beloit for News 3 Now, this is McKenna Alexander.
Our team did contact Beloit Police for comment, but have yet to receive a response. The Dane County Farmers Market has returned to the Capitol Square this morning for its 51st season. The weekly market, which consistently draws large crowds to downtown Madison, hosts more than 200 vendors and is billed as the country's largest producer-only farmers market. It will run each Saturday through November 11th from 6:45 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. On July 8th, however, it will be held at Breese Stevens Field, coinciding with Art Fair on the square. Ahead of the NBA playoffs, the league's Board of Governors approved the sale of Mark Lazarus' share of the Milwaukee Bucks to Dee and Jimmy Haslam. The Haslams own the Cleveland Browns of the NFL. The deal was reported in February at a value of $3.5 billion. Lazarus with Wes Edens bought the franchise from Herb Cole 9 years ago for $550 million. The Bucks say Edens will remain on as owner for the next 5 years. And between Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, there's a lot of social media for your kids to be using. A new proposal in the Wisconsin legislature wants to limit when your kids can use those apps. Green Bay Representative David Steffen introduced a proposal that would ban anyone under 18 from using social media between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. It would require parental consent for minors to create a social media account, giving parents full access to who can reach their child through messaging and advertising.
It used to be a generation ago that you could protect your kids by just having them inside your home at night, but now the danger exists right in the own home, right in your children's bedroom.
Social media use among children has been linked to things like anxiety, depression, and sleep-related issues, especially among teen girls. But experts say a widespread ban wouldn't cater to the needs of each age group, and enforcing such a ban would be tricky. Under Steffen's proposal, social media companies who fail to restrict kids will face a $100 fine daily. UW-Madison Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin has been serving in that role since last summer, but Friday's investiture ceremony made that official. An investiture formally places a new leader in the role and sets the direction and future priorities of the university.
We need to make sure we are affordable, especially for Wisconsin families. We need to make sure we are a place where all students can flourish, no matter their backgrounds, their identities, or their political perspectives. We need to make sure, in the words of Bob La Follette, that we are not just a great storehouse of knowledge, but that we impart that knowledge in a way that engages our students deeply in their learning, connects with them as humans, and that the degrees that we confer reflect not only the successful completion of coursework, but a real ability to add something of value to the world.
In celebration of that investiture, the Babcock Hall Dairy Plant has crafted a new ice cream flavor, McNukie Dough. It's a vanilla ice cream base with bites of chocolate chip cookie dough and swirls of fudge and caramel. The ice cream will be the first flavor made in the newly renovated Babcock Hall Dairy Plant, which held its grand opening this week. McNukie Dough will also be available in the Babcock Dairy Store and at daily scoop locations across campus starting next Monday. After an election that saw the state Senate get a 2/3 supermajority, Republican Senate leader David LeMahieu spoke to Naomi Coles for for the record about how he plans to use that power.
I think we'll put an emphasis on some important bills that the governor might veto to try pass the Senate version of it, so we have an opportunity to do a veto override. It gives us some, procedural advantages on the floor with a 2/3 vote.
There was some speculation the Senate may try and use some unclearly defined impeachment powers on the Supreme Court after Janet Protasiewicz's win. But LeMahieu said in no uncertain terms, he has no wish to undermine the will of the people. More on that in his full conversation with Naomi on Sunday at 10:30. And now you're taking a live look outside. Greg is tracking your forecast. We'll have more on that coming up.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Clean, safe, fun. I was hoping daytime care for Mom would be like that. Grace's new center is so nice. Now, caring for Mom is so much easier.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since Grace Supportive Care came to see me. It was a Grace, but it wasn't hospice.
When you're ready for hospice, you want a Grace. They helped make my dad's last weeks comfortable, calm. It was beautiful.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
This is how legends are made. Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Could you keep it down?
Oh, hey, sorry. I can't stop these kids from rocking, but I can help you replace all this.
Rock on!
With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home. This offer won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve 8-ounce ribeyes, just $7.99. Gallon pails of Hy-Vee We All Scream ice cream, just $3.99. And 8-piece chicken tenders, only $10. Only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Definitely, we're going to have a change in the next 48 hours going to your Monday mornings. Feel like winter, then it says feel like summer. But overall, we have an alert day going into effect basically for Sunday night into Monday morning for that snow. Really 1 to 6 inches, better amounts as you go further north and west of Dane County, especially north of Vernon County up towards La Crosse and Eau Claire is where we expect the better shot of that. And how much actually is on the ground versus, a grassy surface versus the roads is yet to be determined, but we'll fine tune this as we get later on. The other thing to notice, we still have the Mississippi River that right now you see the gauges are more in yellow, but we're expecting them to rise here quickly. We have a lot of flood warnings basically from Winona all the way down to south La Crosse right now, even major flooding expected up in Red Wing. So that'll continue through next week. And then probably early next week, we'll start seeing more of the gauges toward Dubuque start to get into the flooding stage 2 and more warnings coming out. So something to keep in mind. You got the Chippewa River up there and still high levels along the Wisconsin too. In the meantime, for today, we'll have showers and thunderstorms probably late to this afternoon, maybe around coming through for La Crosse and Eau Claire earlier today around noon. More rain tonight, maybe some thunderstorms more further south of Wisconsin. Still fairly mild to warm today. Could be a few 80s in some areas, but tomorrow things definitely do change. More rain showers throughout the afternoon. We'll see the transition to snow come more Sunday evening, Sunday night, basically from west to east across the area. Road impacts are still a big question mark. We'll probably see some, but how much and where exactly that occurs for Monday morning's commute will have to be yet to be determined. Better idea come tomorrow. This is the system. It's a series of low. The main low is eventually going to pull to the northeast and come right overhead or right to the east over time. It could waver here or there, exactly the position of it, and that'll determine who gets the amount of snow and how much come Monday morning. So that's the main low we're tracking, but it's a series of waves coming through this system. Overall, if we time this out, you'll see here's the first wave I mentioned coming through here about noon. It'll weaken as it lifts north, a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. You'll see temperatures warming up, and here comes the next batch that really is this evening that lifts north. That's more of a steadier rain, even moderate rain, probably thunderstorms in southern Wisconsin. It'll weaken as it lifts northeast, so areas further north towards La Crosse, northeast, probably more showers. Another wave then comes up later tonight, tomorrow morning, more steadier rain. And then really the big batch looks like we're looking at maybe Sunday morning, just moderate rainfall in western areas. And then the transition starts to appear from west to east as you go from about noon and on. Areas of Red Wing, Rochester, the Decorah, and then Prairie du Chien start seeing that snow. And then by Sunday evening, it should be at least close to Madison, if not after midnight. The back edge starts to lift northeast, and that's the snow that we're watching that should start accumulating in certain areas, especially you go further north up to Eau Claire and those areas overnight as you go into your Monday morning. A bigger picture shows that area lifts out quickly by come for Monday afternoon. We should probably have clearing skies, but very windy conditions and chilly conditions that we're going to be looking at. Snowfall right now amounts quite variable. The most should be up to the north. A lot of this depends on how cold it gets. So 1 to 4, it'll vary, maybe even some higher amounts. So more yet to come on that as we get closer to the event tomorrow. Otherwise, enjoy near 80 today. Thunderstorms come back in the picture. Then we cool down, but then we do have some moderation as we go to midweek, getting back into the 60s, but more rain chances come as we go into midweek.
Thank you, Greg. A woman says the back window of her car was shot out by a stray bullet while she was pumping gas Thursday night on Madison's southwest side. After 10:30 at the BP on Britta Parkway, more than 10 people, including a police sergeant, reported hearing gunshots fired in the Dunn Marsh neighborhood. Multiple shell casings were found at Britta Park. Anyone with information on what happened is asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers at 608-266-6014. A 58-year-old motorcyclist from Beaver Dam was killed in Dodge County after a payloader pulled out of a driveway onto the highway, directly in the motorcycle's path. The motorcyclist, a man, was thrown off the bike into a ditch along State Highway 33 near Noble Road in the town of Hubbard. Authorities say the operator of the payloader, a 74-year-old man, wasn't hurt. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office is investigating the crash. Adderall capsules and marijuana and vape pen cartridges. That's all what authorities say they found inside the vehicle of a man charged with homicide following a fatal wrong-way crash on I-3990 early last week, Friday morning in Madison. It happened near the underpass of Cottage Grove Road. The crash killed 58-year-old David Street. Booley is accused of crashing into him head-on while driving the wrong way on the freeway. Troopers at the scene say Booley had slurred speech and glassy, bloodshot eyes. The complaint also alleges he gave contradicting statements about any alcohol he'd consumed in the hours leading up to the crash. He faces multiple charges, including homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. Rescue crews pulled a driver out of Lake Mendota Friday morning after that person was reported missing, but sadly, he later died at the hospital. The driver, a 63-year-old man, was reported missing shortly before 9:30 near McKenna Park in Shorewood Hills, a common diving spot for the dive community. The Madison Fire Department dive team and other emergency crews were able to find the diver in water about 24 feet deep. They performed CPR on him and took him to the hospital, but he died. The Massachusetts man accused of leaking top-secret documents online remains in jail this weekend. He made his first court appearance yesterday. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette has the latest on the case from New York.
You said I love you to your son in court. Is there anything you'd like to say now?
The parents of the suspected leaker remain silent outside the Boston courthouse where 21-year-old Jack Texera was officially charged with violating the Espionage Act for removing and transmitting classified materials.
They have betrayed the confidence of their country. They have jeopardized U.S. national interests, and they've put lives at risk for their compatriots overseas.
Texera is accused of bringing top-secret documents home from the base where he served as a Massachusetts Air National Guardsman, photographing them and then posting them in a gaming chat room on the social platform Discord starting late last year.
This is about the transmission, both the unlawful retention and the transmission of the documents. There are very serious penalties associated with that.
Texera was assigned to cyber defense operations, leading to questions about why he was able to access such sensitive documents. Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy criticized members of the Biden administration, saying they were asleep at the switch. Before departing Ireland for the U.S., President Biden outlined how he's handling the situation.
I've instructed the department to make sure that they get to the root of why he had access in the first place, number one, and number two, to focus extensively on the extent to which it all occurred.
Texera did not enter a plea in court. He's scheduled to make a second appearance Wednesday. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Court documents allege that Texera used his security clearance to try to determine how the investigation into the leak was proceeding. Coming up, there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper shares his picks in 3 things to watch. Trending news is just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday.
Mad City, a division of Renewity, the local service you deserve, now backed by unmatched national strength. We are Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. And now we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. In addition to our lifetime warranty, Mad City Baths offers a price lock guarantee. Once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. Now be one of 50 homeowners who receive special savings. Free installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Plus, if you call now, a free $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466, 608-729-4466.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It means we're committed to seeking justice for those injured by someone else's negligence. It means standing up to the insurance company, helping you with your medical bills, and getting you fully compensated for lost time at work. Have questions? When you contact Lawton Cates, there's no charge for our initial consultation, and there's never a fee until we deliver the results you deserve. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today.
This ring symbolizes the eternity of our relationship.
We met in 7th grade typing class. 16 years later, I said, "Will you be my girl?"
Jesse, I've always been your girl.
Every occasion deserves love. Jared, love brilliantly.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Leisure Concepts has your new hot tub in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Steel and composite construction and the perimeter insulation is so quiet. We'll deliver everything you need to easily keep your hot tub crystal clear, including knowledge. That neck-deep hot water massage feels amazing every day of the year. You'll never get tired of it. Get to Leisure Concepts and see almost 70 hot tubs that are ready for immediate delivery to your backyard.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosure.
Yeah, we got alert day in effect for Sunday night into Monday for snow coming back into the picture. We're looking at maybe 1 to 6 inches. Like I said, higher amounts as you go further north, probably north of La Crosse into Eau Claire. They only got a winter storm watch out for this problem. We'll have snow everywhere else. Otherwise, we'll have a few showers or thunderstorms coming through this morning. One line that's going to swing through here, western areas, weekend, but something to keep in mind of. You can see Future Track shows that line kind of falling apart as it really pushes through the area. But still, we'll see a few showers or thunderstorms this morning, more this afternoon. Almost 80 in southern Wisconsin. Otherwise, up to the north, Eau Claire just holding steady, 57 with cloud cover, 62 in La Crosse. Like I said, cloud cover comes in, keeps those temperatures. Overnight, they're going to start to fall back into the 40s by morning time frame. And tomorrow, they'll struggle to get in the 40s. They'll actually continue to fall into the upper 30s by the evening hour time frame. There's your trend for temperatures over the next 2 days. We will rebound after a cold Monday back into the mid 60s. That's the same story for La Crosse. We should get back into the low 60s, at least where we should be. Unfortunately, unsettled weather does come back in for midweek.
Thanks, Greg. Now, there's no shortage of films and shows streaming right now. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Edward, rightful king of these lands, has died.
Newly streaming on Netflix is the film The Last Kingdom, 7 Kings Must Die.
You know the prophecy, Uhtred? 7 kings die. All of Britain will unite.
After King Edward dies, multiple factions and heirs to the throne battle for the crown.
We can defeat them. United.
The Last Kingdom, 7 Kings Must Die is streaming on Netflix now.
We go back into an age of darkness.
What drives Midge Mason?
I want a big life. I want to break every single rule there is.
Newly streaming on Amazon Prime Video is the 5th and final season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Mrs. Maisel! You say everything I think. A terrifying connection.
Rachel Brosnahan returns as the stand-up comedian, now in the early 1960s, working as a writer for television.
Not one person who's ever accomplished anything of worth in life has ever been happy.
It's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, and I'm tired of it.
This is it. This is the break.
The first 3 episodes of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Season 5 are streaming on Amazon Prime Video now.
Too much talking. Boy, are you in the wrong family, kid.
Only if we understand will we care. Only if we care will we help. Jane Goodall said that.
I know. You recite it every morning.
And newly streaming on Apple TV Plus is the series Jane.
What are we looking for again? Dads, a Gariel. There's only 600 of them left in the whole world. Turn back, turn back!
9-year-old Jane and her friend David use their imagination to go on animal adventures, learning about the creatures along the way.
We're trying to figure out why they like to come out at night.
Sounds like quite the mystery.
Have fun saving the world.
Together, huh?
Together.
All 10 episodes of Jane are streaming on Apple TV Plus now. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
Well, coming up, we'll have today's top stories in the next half hour, Weekend Mornings. Stick with us.
At JR's Mulch Sales, mulch is all we do, which is why we do it better. We deliver 10 varieties of mulch 7 days a week, right to your door. Call us today.
JR's Mulch Sales, spread it around.
1 in 3 adults have difficulty getting in and out of the bathtub, but with a new walk-in shower from Mad City Baths, you can easily step in and out, plus add stability with a safety seat and grab bars.
We did put in grab bars, and we do like them for the same reason, because they give you security. They, give you something to hold on to, and so you don't fall.
And now here at Mad City Baths, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. 50 homeowners will say with free installation. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program. We have a nice gift for you. A free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466, 608-729-4466.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. For over a decade, thousands of people have turned to Tommy Van Ness Realty to buy or sell their home. Because we are more than your realtor, we're your partner.
If you list with us and take advantage of our extensive marketing, everyone will know your home is for sale.
The Tommy Van Ness Realty team is working hard for you. Call Tommy Van Ness today at 608-395-7375. Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com. Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
For the plunge you never thought they'd take. For the day you never thought would come. For all the years that have come and gone.
For all those special moments that make life worth living. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
At JR's Mulch Sales, mulch is all we do, which is why we do it better. We deliver 10 varieties of mulch 7 days a week, right to your door. Call us today.
JR's Mulch Sales, spread it around.
Right now, areas of western Wisconsin are recovering from a more than 3,000-acre fire this week. We'll share the latest update on the Arcadia fire. Also, the Dane County Farmers Market is back on Madison's Capitol Square. What you need to know.
And we have quite a big swing in temperatures and weather conditions here for the next 48 hours. I'll break down when to expect the colder and snowier conditions and how much we may receive from it.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us on weekend mornings. We have breaking news this morning. There is a heavy police presence in Belleville. Details are limited at this time, but we do know police have been on scene since 1:50 this morning. Dispatch says the area where police are focused is the intersection of East Main Street and South Vine near Lake Bellevue. Right now, police are calling it an, quote, incident, and due to the ongoing situation, Main Street is closed from Green Street to South Park Street, and River Street is closed from Sturvis Street to Main Street. The public is being asked to avoid these areas, and we will continue to provide updates this morning. Let's send it over to Greg Barnhart for your look at the Saturday forecast now.
Yeah, it looks like to be an okay Saturday for most areas, but things definitely change as we go into Sunday and especially Sunday night into Monday. We have late season snow coming in, 1 to 6 inches. Probably potentially more up to the north, maybe 8 inches in certain areas on grassy surfaces mainly, but then Sunday, like I said, Sunday night into Monday morning, it could affect the commute going in. Those advisories that I've already listed, they got winter storm watches up to the north from about 7 p.m. tomorrow to 10 a.m. Monday for Vernon County and all the way up to Eau Claire. So here's the first batch of line of showers and a few thunderstorms that's lifting northeastward. That probably will weaken a little, but that's the first line that's going to come through at least western areas. It's already approaching Prairie du Chien, Winona, and eventually La Crosse. Like I said, it'll fall apart as it gets closer, but that'll be the first line. Notice the temperatures, low 60s in southern Wisconsin, more mid-50s. Temperatures up here probably won't change much as the cloud cover that'll be involved with it. Not expecting severe weather. I think should be to the south right now. Low chance of anything in southern Wisconsin becoming quite severe. Overall temperatures should climb up near 80 for southern Wisconsin. They'll remain fairly steady up to the north with the cloud cover increasing this afternoon and the winds beginning to turn and obviously precipitation starting to form as we get closer on. So ahead we'll kind of break down when to expect the thunderstorms more today, the rain tonight, the snow and cold tomorrow, and of course an update on the Mississippi River, which is continuing to rise a bit later in the broadcast.
Thanks, Greg. Over the past 4 days, the Arcadia fire north of Fort McCoy on the Monroe-Jackson County line has burned more than 3,100 acres. Wildland firefighters have been fighting this fire for the past 4 days, and some nearby people were forced from their homes as it damaged 3 structures and also destroyed a shed. After 4 days of firefighting, they tell us they're confident the situation is now under control.
So what that means for operations is we can scale down the efforts. We can let some of the personnel off the line and basically downsize the effort since we've done the hard work, and now it's going to be up to the local teams to kind of maintain the line, make sure to patrol it, and make sure that the fire stays within the boundaries.
A much smaller 4-acre fire was also burning Friday south of Fort McCoy, but the DNR says that fire has since been extinguished. You won't hear many complaints about these temperatures from local farmers, though. The warmer, drier weather is helping them plant their crops weeks earlier than normal, and that has a big impact on their bottom line.
As we've shown here in Wisconsin, planting early with soybeans especially can be really profitable. It really doesn't take any extra inputs to push our yield up by several bushels per acre. And when you're talking, you know, $10 to $14 a bushel, that's a huge amount of extra profit on every acre.
Usually crops like soy go in the ground somewhere around April 26th, but this year it could be as early as this weekend for southern Wisconsin. There is some risk, however, of a late freeze, so experts recommend not planting all your acres just yet. Now to Rock County, where a Beloit man is searching for security after experiencing a series of transgender hate crimes at his apartment complex. McKenna Alexander spoke with Ezra Johnson, who feels Beloit police are not doing enough to protect him.
Try not to spend too much time here, which sucks because I spend most of my income to have my own place and have my own serenity. It's supposed to be my safe haven, and it feels more like a prison cell because most of the time I have the windows closed.
Full-time college student Ezra Johnson says over the past few weeks, he's grown increasingly concerned for his safety after receiving multiple threats in varying forms, one of those being 2 letters left at the entrance of his apartment complex.
It just says that I have less than 7, I'm assuming days, to vacate this world, or I have a bullet with your name on it.
Along with these handwritten notes, Johnson has also come home to the word die spray painted on his patio wall, as well as find flyers outing him as transgender left on cars near his complex. After a long struggle to love himself, Johnson says these attacks have put a major strain on his mental health.
How much can I really take before my mental health literally sends me spiraling back down? And I don't want to get to that dark place. I don't want my family to get the call saying that, I'm sorry, but your son has took his own life.
While Johnson has a strong support system at school, he's still missing a sense of security from law enforcement, despite filing police reports after these incidents.
Every time I would report those, they would just pretty much brush it off like it was nothing, or like it was like kind of like a joke to him.
While Johnson isn't sure who is behind these messages, he is sure of one thing. He's not going anywhere.
I'm not ready to give up the fight, and I'm not going anywhere. So, and it's like I keep telling them that. I'm like, no matter how hard it is, I'm going to stay, I'll fight till my last breath.
In Beloit for News 3 Now, this is McKenna Alexander.
Our team did contact Beloit Police Department for comment, but have yet to receive a response. Between Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, there's a lot of social media for your kids to be using. A new proposal in the Wisconsin legislature wants to limit when your kids can use those apps. Green Bay Representative David Steffen introduced a proposal that would ban anyone under 18 from using social media between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. It would require parental consent for minors to create a social media account, giving parents full access to who can reach their kids through messaging and advertising. A White House official visited Madison Friday morning to announce a revolutionary grant to reimagine John Nolan Drive. A total of 6 bridges on John Nolan Drive will be rebuilt with a $15 million grant coming from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law. Our Andrew Banstra shares how it brings much-needed improvements to John Nolan Drive.
A bipartisan infrastructure law is set to make major facelifts to John Nolan Drive and other areas of Madison's downtown. John Nolan Drive, the iconic gateway to Madison's downtown, is set to be transformed.
We have 48,000 vehicles a day going over these bridges. We have 4,000 bikes every day going over these bridges.
The project will reconstruct the 6 bridges across the causeway that have been there since 1965 and a host of other improvements. The $15 million federal grant grant aims to make Madison safer, connecting our people to our lakes.
All of this is happening at the same time as another massive moment for our downtown waterfront, which is being completely reimagined via the Lake Monona Waterfront Design Challenge. So this grant allows us to jumpstart the first phase of that work.
With John Nolan Drive and Lake Monona's waterfront reimagined, the city will be transformed into its next era. And the bipartisan infrastructure law as a whole will rebuild the entire state.
And this is going to mean at least $7+ billion coming to Wisconsin for all sorts of projects, from repairing our roads and bridges to investing in public transit and rail.
The project is projected to be finished by 2026.
That if you invest in America, if you invest in its people, if you invest in its infrastructure, nobody will ever beat America.
And while this revamp won't be done anytime soon, Madisonians certainly have something to look forward to. In Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
One of the largest sellers of wedding gowns in the country is laying off thousands of workers nationwide. David's Bridal is eliminating over 9,200 positions, according to a notice filed to the Pennsylvania Department of Labor. Layoffs at the Pennsylvania-based retailer started on April 14th and are expected to continue through August 11th. The layoffs come as problems grow for David's Bridal, which is reportedly filing for bankruptcy for the second time in 5 years. David's Bridal reportedly employs more than 11,000 workers. Still ahead on Weekend Mornings, we'll break down some Badgers softball highlights. That's next after the break.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Really great. I mean, you know, like I said, they explained everything to us. They came and, you know, on time when they said they were going to get the job done. So, you know, everything was great.
With more than 50,000 satisfied customers, Mad City is your trusted local source for beautiful American-made baths and showers, installed in as little as 1 day, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. And with our Price Lock Guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. Plus now, 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings with free installation, including no interest and no payments till 2025, plus a $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466, 608-729-4466.
At Associated Physicians, we know you have high expectations. After all, it's your health. We want you to know you are welcome and valued. We have a lot of services all under one roof to make it easy for everyone in the family. From internal medicine, OBGYN, and pediatrics, to behavioral health, radiology, lab, podiatry, physical therapy, and more. Call for an appointment today. 608-233-9746. Associated Physicians. Devoted physicians, trusted care. Visit us at apmadison.com.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
At Lawton Cates, we provide compassion and guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side. We know how much is at stake, and we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
News 3 Now is taking action to find and deliver the news stories that matter where you live.
Taking action to uncover the truth, getting answers, and finding solutions that can make an impact in your life and our community where we all live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
News 3 Now, first warn weather. When you're planning your day, accuracy matters. Trust Madison certified most accurate team, so you'll know what to expect when you head out the door. First warn weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Yeah, we're going to have an increasing clouds today with a few showers coming through. I think more of it will be later tonight and tomorrow. But overall, you can see skycast, cloud cover over to Austin into Minneapolis. Lesser clouds as you go further south with low 60s in southern Wisconsin. We'll see a few showers come through La Crosse. We'll see if it holds together around noon. Temperatures holding steady in the afternoon, but you see those winds turning around from the northwest, and the rain starts picking up towards the evening, and temperatures fall in the upper 50s. Madison more or less getting up to upper 80s with a few thunderstorms probably this afternoon, but better chance we'll see rain later tonight as the winds turn around to the southwest. Bigger picture shows this developing system that will actually have a low that deepens overhead by tomorrow. You'll see rounds of rain coming up tonight, wrapping up tomorrow, and then the transition on the backside as we go through Sunday with turning to snow coming Sunday night into Monday, along with an increasing wind on the backside of that low. That's something that will break down more here later, but we do have an alert day due to that fact of that snow and wind coming likely Sunday night into Monday with 1 to 8 inches, mainly north of northern central Wisconsin. We'll break that down a little bit later in the broadcast.
The goal is to go all the way to the top. It's in our hands. We have to play good basketball. We have to compete, and we have to go out there and earn every single possession, every single game, every single round, and hopefully we can be the last team standing.
Well, the journey to making that happen begins tomorrow when the Bucks play the Heat in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Miami beat Chicago in last night's play-in 8th seed game, which means it's a familiar meeting for Giannis and company. During the regular season, the Bucks went 2-2 against the Heat. As for playoffs, these teams squared off in 2021, 2020, and 2013. The most recent postseason series, the Bucks swept, then went on to win it all. Tip-off tomorrow is at 4:30. And while the Bucks hunt another championship, 3 players are up for league awards. Giannis is nominated for MVP after averaging a career-high 31.1 points and almost 12 boards per game this season. Brook Lopez is up for Defensive Player of the Year. He led the NBA in total blocks with 193. And Bobby Portis is a finalist for 6th Man of the Year. Portis led the league with 23 double-doubles off the bench. Badger softball hosting 20th ranked Northwestern this weekend, a battle of 1 and 3 in the Big Ten standings. In the second inning, Wildcats juice the bases. A loaded walk brings home the first run of the game, and the Badgers get a couple chances to tie it up, especially in the bottom of the 6th. They've got bases loaded, 1 out. The Wildcats turn 2 and shut down Bucky. UW falls 1-0. Game 2 is set for noon. It's been a long and tedious 12 months for Travion Blaylock. The senior safety tore his ACL last spring and has been doing everything he can to get back on the field with his team. But being on the sidelines, having to take a step back to recover from that knee injury, he got the chance to invest more time in himself and the players in his room, allowing him to grow as a leader.
I was able to talk to them more about things outside of just, what about play 7 a team? Like, what did that look like? I was able to actually talk to them on a personal level and get to know them a lot more, and I feel like that kind of opened up the door to now being the old man of the crew, being a 6th year, and I think I gained a lot of respect through that, and I'm able to talk to them on a personal level as well as a football level, and I think that's huge.
Back to you.
You're looking at a live look outside. Greg is tracking your forecast just ahead.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Do-it-yourself bathroom updates can be stressful. Finding the right tools, figuring things out on your own, it can drag on for weeks or months. Instead, call the experts at Mad City Baths for your bath or shower installed in as little as 1 day. See the before and now the after. Choose from premium wall patterns including white, travertine, Evo, and Othello. Remember Mad City's price lock guarantee. Schedule a free estimate now and lock in your price for 1 year. And 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings with free installation, including no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts plus last chance to call to get the free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466, 608-729-4466.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com. Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
You've got places to be, things to do, goals to crush. So at Basecamp Fitness, we pack 50 minutes worth of calorie burn into just 35. How do we do it? By switching between 60-second intervals of air bike cardio and strength training to keep the workout and your progress moving forward fast, no matter what level you're at. Now through April 19th, get 2 weeks free. Visit any of our 3 Madison locations or basecampfitness.com.
It's time to bring balance to business travel and discover the equilibrium that works for you. At National, you're in control. Skip the counter, choose any car in the aisle, and manage your rental right from the app. So you can mix work with leisure, or leisure with work, giving you the control to find the perfect balance. Go National, go like a pro.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, but quite a change coming over here in the next 48 hours. When you start your work week Monday, I'll totally feel like winter instead of we felt like summer for the last week. We do have that alert day in for that fact that we are going to have accumulating snow come Sunday night into Monday, 1 to 8 inches, 8 inches further north, less as you go Madison east and south, probably maybe an inch. And once again, how much this is on roads is yet really to be determined. So it could impact your Monday morning commute. We'll just have to wait and see. It depends on temperatures. In the meantime, we still got the Mississippi River flooding, Wisconsin flooding. But right now you see these are the observation points. A lot of it just minor. Unless you go further north, we have a couple spots in moderate. But unfortunately, it is going to start to rise. We have several flood warnings around the Mississippi from La Crosse all the way up to Red Wing, Winona area, even major flooding in a few spots of those. And eventually that'll work its way down to Dubuque probably later this week. Wisconsin's pretty stable right now. All engines really is on the Mississippi, or further north, you got the Chippewa River, too, that has it. In the meantime, today, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. I think the better shot will be this afternoon, this evening. Tonight, periods of rain, thunderstorms, southern Wisconsin. The periods of rain will come through tomorrow, but still mild today. 80s almost in southern Wisconsin, mid-60s as you go La Crosse, and a little bit colder further north. Tomorrow, it's a different story. Just on and off rain showers throughout the afternoon. We'll see a transition from west to east eventually Sunday afternoon through Sunday night. Windy definitely will start picking up out of the northwest. And like I said, the road impacts, if there is a probability for that to occur, it would be Sunday night into Monday morning. That's what we're looking for, but still a lot of questions. The main low really is going to lift to the northeast and deep, and it's going to track right over somewhere in southern Wisconsin. The track is a little bit in question of exactly how far it goes and how fast it does move, so that'll determine where the snow does fall and where the heaviest does fall, but that is the system that we're tracking. If we look at future track right now, you can see the first line of showers and a few thunderstorms going to lift through, weaken this morning, and then we'll have a break, and then the next batch really is this afternoon, this evening. You can see by 7, we got a huge batch of showers and thunderstorms lifting north through southern Wisconsin. It'll spread northward, weaken once again, and then another one towards after midnight will start the same thing. Lift northeast and weaken. It looks like we'll eventually get a nice back edge of this showers, light to moderate rain, even snow by Sunday morning. That'll rotate around. We'll still have mostly rain until we get to about the evening hour, and about 6 p.m. you can start seeing to the Red Wing, Rochester starting to turn to snow. Areas southwest Wisconsin beginning the transition. That'll lift eastward over time by 8, southwest Wisconsin, and probably about 10 or 11 we'll see more Madison get that. That's the thing that we're watching for, the accumulating snow that'll continue through Monday morning, and how much is yet to be determined. A little bit, how about that? Bigger picture shows you it should lift out basically by Monday afternoon. The winds will be there, the chilly conditions will be there, but the snow won't be. Otherwise, we'll have more on the snow amounts really tomorrow, because it's really quite a bit in question. Otherwise, mid-60s next week, we get back up to where we should be, and the same thing with also for La Crosse.
We have breaking news this morning. There's a heavy police presence in Belleville. Details are limited at this time, but we do know police have been on scene since 1:50 this morning. Dispatch says the area where police are focused is the intersection of East Main Street and South Vine near Lake Bellevue. Right now, police are calling it an incident, and due to the ongoing situation, Main Street is closed from Green Street to South Park Street, and River Street is closed from Service Street to Main Street. The public is being asked to avoid these areas. We will continue to provide updates as the morning goes on. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the Dane County Farmers Market's return to the Capitol Square. Stick with us.
Get an extra 20% off during our Spring Spruce Up event. Right now at Slumberland Furniture, get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99 in your choice of 2 colors. Incredible! Did you know Slumberland has the lowest prices on Ashley product?
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. The Tommy Van Ness team has a real passion for real estate and would love to work with you on buying and selling your house. We are a multi-award winning team with over $500 million in sales.
Our strong work ethic and negotiation skills will help guide you through the buying or selling process. If you're considering buying or selling in 2023, now is the time.
Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
Hey, it's your dry skin. Every day we lose ceramides I need to seal in moisture. CeraVe delivers 3 essential ceramides to help restore my barrier so I can lock in moisture, feel hydrated, and look healthy. CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotions.
Lift your lashes to the next level.
L'Oreal Paris presents new telescopic lift mascara with our first ever double hook brush to get real lift, more volume, up to 5 millimeters more visible length. New telescopic lift mascara by L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
A perfectly poached egg, English muffin, shredded beef, and roasted peppers, creamy hollandaise. New Eggs Benedicts in 4 delicious flavors, only from IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every order.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 selling nerve care company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve occasional nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
One Prilosec OTC each morning blocks heartburn all day and all night. Prilosec OTC reduces excess acid for 24 hours, blocking heartburn before it starts. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn.
Sleeping in pain or too hot? Come to Slumberland and get 20% off mattresses. Find your perfect mattress with our easy rating system and save big. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Only at Slumberland.
Hope in the Wild, Saturday morning at 9:30.
Finally this morning, the Dane County Farmers Market has returned to the Capitol Square for its 51st season. The weekly market, which consistently draws large crowds at downtown Madison, hosts more than 200 vendors and is billed as the country's largest producer-only farmers market. It will run each Saturday through November 11th from 6:45 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. On July 8th, it will be held at Brees Stevens Field, coinciding with Art Fair on the square. Hopefully the rain holds out on them long enough to get.
I think today will be okay for southern Wisconsin, you know, with that rain coming. But tomorrow, well, actually tonight, a different story too. And then even Sunday night, we have that late season snow coming. We have an alert day for 1 to 8 inches. We're dealing with that. There's the showers and a few thunderstorms approaching western Wisconsin up to La Crosse. That's the line that will come through, but it should weaken as it lifts north. Future track kind of shows that line kind of pushing through. So overall, I think we'll be good. Most of the showers will come tonight. Upper 70s lower, then you go to mid 60s up to the north. Tonight, much colder. And tomorrow, the temperatures really are not going to change much, actually lowering into the upper 30s by the evening. And there's your temp trend for both locations. We will recover, but it's going to be snow coming Sunday night and Monday.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Saturday.